Hi students, welcome to math class. In this section we are studying about the reduction formula for integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. Okay, we want to find out integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. Okay, we want to find out the reduction formula for integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. First, we may assume that let Imn is equal to integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. Okay, first we may assume that Imn equal to integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. Then this can be written as which is equal to integral sin raised to mx. Sin raised to mx can be written as sin raised to m minus 1x into cos raised to nx into sin raised to x dx. Here look at that, sin raised to m minus 1x into sin raised sin x, these two terms combining we get sin raised to mx. We know that a raised to m into a raised to n is a raised to m plus n. Same model. Here we get sin raised to m minus 1x into sin x, that is equal to sin raised to mx. Okay. Then we may assume that this is our first function and this is our second function. Okay. First function is sin raised to m minus 1x and the second function is cos raised to nx into sin x. Then we are applying integration by parts, which is equal to first function is sin raised to m minus 1x, sin raised to m minus 1x into integral of second function. Integral of this function is equal to minus cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1. Okay. Minus integral of derivative of the first function. What is the derivative of sin raised to m minus 1x? We know that the derivative of sin raised to m minus 1x is m minus 1 into sin raised to m minus 2x into derivative of sin x is cos x. Cos x into, then integral of the second function is minus cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 dx. Okay, n plus 1 dx, that is equal to, here is a minus n plus 1, that is minus sin m minus 1x divided by n plus 1 into cos n plus 1x minus, here is m minus 1, here is n plus 1 and here is a minus, here is also minus. Minus into minus, that will become plus m minus 1 is constant divided by n plus 1 into integral sin raised to m minus 2x into, here is cos raised to cos x into cos raised to n plus 1 is cos raised to n plus 2x dx. Okay, that is our Imn. Our Imn is minus sin raised to m minus 1x into cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 divided by n plus 1 into integral of sin raised to m minus 2x into cos x into cos raised to n plus 1, that is equal to cos raised to n plus 2x dx. Okay, then we can write the next step is result, that is I mn equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 into integral of, listen, this is sin m minus 2x into cos raised to n plus 2x can be written as cos raised to nx into cos square x dx. Okay, cos raised to n plus 2x can be written as cos raised to nx into cos square x dx. Okay, then we can write another step. Listen, then the next step is, that is our I mn is equal to imn is equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x into cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 into integral of sin raised to m minus 2x into cos raised to nx into cos square x. This cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x dx. Okay, this cos square is equal to 1 minus sin square x dx. Okay, then on the next step we can write this is equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus, here we are multiplying these two terms with 1, therefore it will become m minus 1 by n plus 1 integral of sin raised to m minus 2x into cos raised to nx dx, that is our first function, minus m minus 1 by n plus 1 integral of sin raised to m minus 2x into sin raised to m minus 2x into sin square x, that is sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx. Cos raised to nx dx. Okay, then listen, what is this integral of sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx, that is equal to our imn. Okay, therefore this can be written as imn is equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x into cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 integral sin raised to m minus 2x cos raised to nx dx minus m minus 1 by n plus 1 into this quantity is imn. Okay, please write down on your notebook. we get Imn is equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 into integral of sin raised to m minus 2 cos raised to nx dx minus m minus 1 divided by n plus 1 into integral of into Imn. Okay, now we can shift this quantity into the right side. Okay, we are shifting this quantity into here, then it will become the plus side. And this, please write down, then we can move to our next step. The next step is, listen, please write down on your notebook, then we can move to our next step. Next step is on the next step, I am shifting this name to here, then it will become 1 plus, here is an Imn, 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 Imn is equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x into cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 into integral of sin raised to m minus 2x into cos raised to nx dx. Okay, then when we are solving this 1 plus minus 1 divided by n plus 1, we get this as m plus n divided by n plus 1 into Imn, which is equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x into cos raised to n plus 1x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by n plus 1 into integral sin raised to m minus 2x cos raised to nx dx. Okay, cos raised to nx dx. This will become this one. Next step, we are dividing throughout by m plus n by n plus 1. We are dividing throughout of this equation by m plus n by n plus 1. Then we will get Imn is equal to, when we are dividing, we get minus sin m minus 1x cos n plus 1x divided by m plus n. Remember that we are dividing throughout this equation using m plus n by n plus 1. Then we will get equal to minus sin raised to m minus 1x cos raised to n plus 1 x divided by n plus 1 plus m minus 1 by m plus n into integral sin raised to m minus 2 x cos raised to nx dx. Okay, that is IMN. IMN means, what is IMN? IMN means, IMN is, we know that, what is IMN? Integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. That is equal to, we will get the answer as minus sin raised to m minus 1x cos raised to n plus 1x divided by m plus n plus m minus 1 divided by m plus n into integral of sin m minus 2x cos raised to nx dx. Okay, this is our reduction formula for integral sin raised to mx cos raised to nx dx. Please write down on your notebook. Our next question is, find the reduction formula for integral x raised to n e raised to ax dx. Okay, we want to find out the reduction formula for integral x raised to n e raised to ax dx. Suppose that this function is in. This function is in. In is equal to integral x raised to n e raised to ax dx. Then remember that x raised to n is the first function, e raised to ax is the second function. Therefore, this can be written as, first function is x raised to n into e raised to ax. That is integral of e raised to ax, e raised to ax divided by a minus integral of derivative of first function. First function is x raised to n. Its derivative is n into x raised to n minus 1 into integral of second function e raised to ax divided by a dx. Okay, that is our in, which is equal to, this can be written as x raised to n e raised to ax divided by a minus, this n by a can be taken outside, n by a into integral x raised to n minus 1 e raised to ax dx. Okay, that is our in equal to x raised to n e raised to ax by a minus n by a into integral of x raised to n minus 1 e raised to ax dx. What is this function? This function is equal to n minus 1, because here the power of x is n minus 1. Therefore, this can be written as in equal to x raised to n e raised to ax divided by a minus n by a into n minus 1. Okay, this is the reduction formula for integral x raised to n e raised to ax dx. Okay, please write down on your notebook. For more educational videos, please subscribe our channel. If you have any doubt, then please write down the comment box below. Please write down, this equation is known as the reduction formula for integral x raised to n e raised to ax dx. Okay, please write down.